The first thing I got was this movie of the week with Anthony Geary and Robert Vaughn and a bunch of other people, and it was, it was called Intimate Agony, the herpes story. Stop laughing. Stop it. All of you in the room, stop laughing. I mean, it was just like, oh, I mean, and I was terrible in it. I'm just awful in it. I mean, it's just, I'm just awful. And then I got another job called You Are the Jury, which I'm also awful in. And then I started auditioning for all these pilots and stuff, and I wasn't getting anything. I got this one job, and then they called and said, oh, whoops, we made a mistake. We meant to call somebody else.
Oh, no.
They took it away from me. I was like, are you kidding me? So all of this time, remember that thing I was talking to you about I surrender, tell me what you want me to do? I'm back at the same old place. I cycled back around again. I'm like, hey, I want this. I want this now. I want it this way. And Herb lovingly said to me, I think you're back to the same place you were before you got One Life to Live. And I said, why am I not getting these auditions? I don't understand why I'm not getting these jobs. I don't understand. He said, do you see how angry you are? He said, well, people feel your energy. He said, when you walk into a room and you're so angry, they feel it. And they go, ew, we don't want to work with this girl. So I said, I'm not angry. Really? He said, I rest my case. So I really looked at that, and I really worked on that. And then I got this job on St. Elsewhere of playing a pregnant woman who has come into the operating room. She's pregnant for, I don't even remember how many.
She had 8 kids already.
Was it like 8
like
kids?
that.
And she was upset with the doctors because they hadn't done a proper vasectomy on her husband, but apparently he hadn't gone to get the vasectomy, and he told her that he had. And all of a sudden I was operating at a different level. My energy was different, and I got the job. And I loved it, and it was just great, and I got to work with all these fabulous people. Even though it was just this one day. And then I started getting these other jobs, these, guest spots. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, okay, like Birmingham Steele and mm-hmm. Pierce Brosnan and Stephanie Zimbalist and, like St. Elsewhere was Ed Begley Jr. and, just like really lovely people. And I did a couple of others too. I did Family Ties, and I just loved it. I loved it. It was so great. And I got to work with Michael and, all of them on the show were just so great to me. And I said, you can be a great person and be in this business in a way that's different and not so abrasive and demanding. And just all this time I'm just talking with Herb and Jonathan and Robert about where I'm coming from instead of where I thought I needed to go. Some of the things you were talking about before that I learned from my parents. I mean, my mother's like this, we're going, this is how you get there. And it's like, not necessarily. I don't have to do it like that.